Welcome back to the channel. I have two HDs. They're both 2024 GMC Sierras. This is a SLT. This is a Denali. Now I've done some comparisons in the past, but I wanted to show you guys these two trucks because they're pretty similar, but they're totally different, and I will explain that in this video. I'm here at Jerry Seiner Buick GMC here in South Jordan, Utah. This SLT is available. I did a separate video on it. It's in Thunderstorm Gray. It's a nice truck. Let's go ahead and check out the window stickers and then we'll go through these trucks side by side. This is the window sticker for the SLT, and be sure to pause it for some of the standard equipment. I will go through some of this in the video, and here's all the pricing. Now this is for a 2500, so just keep that in mind. Options are listed right here. And as far as the Denali goes, this truck is going to have a higher price because it is a higher trim level if you're not familiar. But base price for 3500 is $74,400. And here are some of the options on this build and total prices right there. If these were both 3500s, the price difference between SLT and Denali would be $9,900. Now let's go ahead and go through some of the appearance on the front ends. If you're looking at a Denali, you guys can pretty much see this has painted lower bumpers, and there's a lot of chrome on the front end of this truck, around the grille, even above on that hood scoop. Down below there's a trim piece that runs side to side, recovery hooks, and you have another trim piece right there finished in chrome. These parking sensors and forward facing camera come standard, so this does have the 360 camera view. Now the premium lighting is going to come standard across the board. Now the fog lights are an option on the lower trim levels. Now when you walk over to the SLT, you see that it has a premium lighting. This one does have the parking sensors up front and forward facing camera, which gives you 360 camera view. Those two features are an option on SLT. They come standard on the Denali. Okay, now as far as the lower bumper goes, it's finished in chrome. You cannot get painted bumpers with SLT. You have this black trim piece right there that kind of breaks up the chrome, and the trim piece down below is all finished in plastic too. The grille has this black trim pieces right here, and the hood scoop is just finished in black as well, which I actually like a little bit better. And when you add it all up, you can pretty much tell that the SLT is that work truck grade compared to the Denali. This is a luxury truck. Now on the side, Denali is going to have 20-inch wheels standard. They're wrapped in a Goodyear Wrangler Trail Runner AT tire, Rancho shocks. The SLT does have an optional wheel. These are 20s, and the X31 package gives that upgrade for the wheel and tire and the Rancho shocks. As far as the badging goes, nothing really changes there. The mirrors have the same functions, and tow mode and power folding does come standard with SLT. And of course, it's going to come standard with the Denali too. Fixed running boards, however, is what is available with this truck. You do have the option to have these power deployable ones. So it has the perimeter lighting below them. Chrome door handles, smart key system comes standard on both sides, and you have the chrome around the windows. Also, nothing really changes there. Nothing's going to change with the bed configuration or the cab configuration. You can pretty much get the same cabs and bed lengths for both trucks. Now the suspension is going to be the same because this 2500 has the max trailering package, so nothing's going to look different in that regard. But fender flares are going to be finished in black on both sides. You can get painted ones for the Denali, which would look a little bit nicer. And painted bumpers out back. You have the optional parking sensors, so front and rear sensors are still an option, but they come standard on this side. Love the painted bumpers. They both have the Class 5 receiving hitch. They both come standard with the Multi-Pro tailgate. They have the premium lighting for the tail lights, so full LED. And they all can be equipped with the fifth wheel prep package, so nothing's going to really change there. So apart from that, I mean, there's not a lot of differences out back. Again, the only thing that you really lose with the SLT, what you would have the option for, is the parking sensors. Now as far as the camera goes above, this is for the bed view camera. That was an option with this truck under that convenience package. However, you do get the bed lights standard, and I believe that that power plug, which is 400 watts, does come standard with the SLT. Now there's going to be two camera views above on the Denali. One of those are an option, but the other one is standard, which is the bed view camera. Same story here. You have the bed lighting out back. And let's go ahead and check out the interior, starting with the Denali. When it comes down to these higher trim levels, they really do go to extraordinary heights to make these interiors nice. I love the soft touch you get on this door. You have this wood trim piece that goes from light to dark. You have your seat memories there. And here are all your mirror and window controls. Inside this area, they do wrap this with leather. The Bose sound system is going to come standard with the Denali. And then check out the controls for the seats. So you do have a 12-way seat because the lumbar does go up and down. You cannot get that with the AT4, by the way. The SLT does have a 10-way seat, but this Bose sound system is going to be an option. As far as the overall fit and finish, still a lot of soft touch. However, they do not give you that leather in this area. And the wood trim piece is just a fake wood. But you still have those seat memories right there. And as far as the seats go, this does have perforated leather. So you're going to get heated seats standard. However, this truck does have ventilated seats. That was an option with this truck. But the overall styling in here is super nice. Now, let's go back over to the Denali because I'm going to show you guys the biggest difference with this SLT compared to the Denali. Now, this trim piece does look kind of the same with the SLT. Love the animation that you get with the Denali. So, this truck has the premium interior. So, really quickly, let's take a look at it right here. And let's go ahead and go back over to the SLT. Yup, this truck has the same interior as the Chevy pickups. And when you look at the Denali, they call that the premium interior. Now, as far as the center console goes, this is an option for SLT, so you can get a bench in this truck. You cannot get a bench with the Denali. So that's the biggest differences. And by the way, these trim pieces are actually different. But yeah, if you look at the dash on this truck, it's totally different from what you see with a Denali. I mean, you have the same screens. The screens do not change. You still have push button start, but you can see the orientation of it is totally different. But these screens are the exact same thing. It's just the orientation of the interior is just a little bit more premium with the Denali. But even the center armrest here is finished in leather with the SLT. They have this perforated leather. And I think for the money, you get to save a little bit of cash. If you don't care about the chrome bumpers and you don't really care about having the premium interior, I mean, this truck will do well for a lot of people. I mean, keep in mind, this truck does have the 360 camera too. So all this stuff is the same for the Denali. Now, as far as the trim piece over here, again, all this is going to be a little different. This is all finished in like plastic for the SLT, so things can rattle around a little bit more. But let's go ahead and kind of go through here. But yeah, you have the wireless charger, you have your plugs, your USBs are in a different spot for the SLT. Let's go ahead and jump back over to that Denali. So yeah, it's a little bit different with the setup here. So your USBs are in a different spot, and here's the center armrest. You have that Denali badge, perforated leather, and this feels a little bit more premium too. But all of this is pretty much the exact same in this storage area. The wood trim piece on this side. They also give you like this soft touch in here, so when things rattle around, it doesn't make a lot of noise. The dash is all finished in leather. Now, the heads-up display is an option with this pickup truck, so just keep that in mind. Now, the only thing I will say, for both trucks, you do have the lighter roof color. And so, no matter which one you get, this is the issue you're gonna have. If you get the Ultimate, you would have the suede roof, which would be finished in black. But yeah, you have HomeLink, LED lights for both sides, and the sunroof is actually an option for both pickup trucks too. Out back, the SLT does have outboard heated seats, but that was an option. USBs, and there is storage for the seat backs right here, and there's storage below the seat. But these outboard heated seats, USBs, are all going to be pretty much standard with the Denali. And they're both gonna have these cup holders, seat back pockets. But yeah, as far as numbers go, let's go ahead and check out the Denali. So these numbers are gonna look somewhat different because of the class of truck they are. Okay, so your gross vehicle weight rating, 12.1, and the axle up front is 5,600 pounds, and then 7,250 for the rear. And then the payload is 3,656 pounds. And for the SLT 2500, the gross vehicle weight rating is 11,750, and that's increased because of the max trailering package. But this does have the upgraded rear end and suspension. But this truck's gonna have a payload of 3,409 pounds. So if they were both Denalis, this would probably be in that 3,300 pound range compared to this one. But I hope this video was helpful. I think that you can't go wrong with either one. It just depends on what you're looking for. I think that for most people, the SLT will check every box you need. But if you want that more premium look, that's why they make the Denali.